So thank you once again for having me. It's an absolute privilege and joy to be a part of this wonderful, blessed conference. Just a quick introduction again. So I've been in sales for over a decade and a half. And my goal for today is hopefully you kind of go away from this presentation with some golden nuggets. I've also left my contact details at the end of this presentation. So if you want to stay in touch, stay connected, and have further conversations after this presentation, then I would love to do that as well. I have laid out an agenda which you can get a quick glimpse of. So the idea is to go through the process of selling, look at some tips and tricks, mistakes to avoid, what kind of automation AI tools you could use, and most importantly, where does God sit in all of this? You know, how are you using your faith, your calling in God to be honest in everything that you do with your business, if you're a freelancer or if you're an employee? I have managed to also sneak in a picture of my wonderful family. So as Matt has already said, I am married to Lara, my long-suffering wife. No, I'm just joking. She's actually quite blessed. And my two wonderful sons, Jaden and Jamie. Jaden, who is 9, and Jamie, who is 5. And someone has so rightly said about little boys, they're like dogs. You have to feed them and take them out, and that seems to happen in our life quite a lot. But yeah, they're absolutely amazing, though. So moving on, let's begin with a powerful promise from Joshua 1:3, where God tells Joshua, "I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses." This isn't just a story from the past; it's a true call for us today. Whether we are in business, creativity, or serving our community, God is asking us to step out in faith and claim every place where He has set before us. In this session, we'll explore how to sell effectively while staying true to our God given purpose. Selling doesn't have to feel pushy, manipulative. It can be a powerful way to serve God and to serve others, showing and reflecting the love of God. I love this Japanese word called Ikigai. I'm sure some of you have already heard it. It's all about a reason for being, the purpose that makes life worthwhile. You've got to ask yourself in what you do day to day, have you found your ikigai in what you're doing? If you're struggling, then it's my earnest request to you to take it up in prayer, unceasing prayer to God, and ask you to give Him the strength to find your purpose in what you're doing. Is it a Yusuf? You must be wondering, who is this Yusuf and why am I talking about him? If God has brought you to something, He will see you through it. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." So just tell you a story about Yusuf and why am I talking about him. In 2015, I had just recently become a young father. Well, I was not that young, I was about 34, but we had our first son, Jaden, that year, and he was about 6 months old. And completely honest with you, I never ever watch ITV news. Generally, kind of BBC is what I kind of go to. But for some reason, that evening, I was watching ITV news and I saw the story of this little boy called Yusuf from Syria, who unfortunately, because of the war, this was going back, what, a decade ago now, almost a decade ago now, was really badly burned because of the bombings. And in the bombings, he lost his older brother and sadly his mother as well. And somehow something took over me, and I'm sure it was God kind of leading the way. And I just felt from watching the ITV clip that I needed to do something for this boy and help his father. And I just prayed in all earnestness and said, God, please help me. Show me the way. I don't know how, but I need your help. And just through the process of that, it's funny when your head takes over from your heart. You start with the heart, you feel something, but then the head takes over. It was absolutely amazing just to see, as I did my research on Yusuf, how more and more people came forward to help this little boy. And so we managed to raise like multiple thousands of pounds for Yusuf and bring him out from the distress of Syria to the safety of Turkey. And the wonderful boy that you see on the right now is Yusuf. He is 12 years old now, leading a healthy life. His father, Mohammed, has remarried, and in that culture, it's important that there should be a mother figure. And so he's remarried, and he's got uh, two other step brothers and sisters, and he's living a very healthy and happy life. So it is just that sometimes you have to just believe that what God has put on your heart, you have to take it up in unceasing prayer, and you need to be faithful to it. Colossians 3:23-24 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Why selling matters? It is a very good question. Selling isn't just about making money. At its core, selling is about serving others by offering something valuable. Proverbs 11:25 reminds us, a generous person will prosper. When we sell with integrity, we are serving others and stepping into our role as salt and light in the marketplace. So if whether you're selling a product on Etsy, offering freelance services, or presenting ideas to your church team, every interaction matters, and it becomes an opportunity to reflect God's kingdom and his love. Purposeful selling means doing it with integrity, creativity, and a heart to serve. When we align our sales effort with God's purposes, we don't just make transactions. You are actually a part of a massive transformation. So I would urge you to believe that whatever you do, running a business, being a freelancer, or being an employee, just remember each day is a wonderful opportunity to share and reflect God's love on the lives of people. The world is hurting right now, and more, the world needs the love of Jesus. I've listed out a bunch of mistakes to try and avoid in the world of sales. I'm sure most of you are quite familiar with this, but this is good to remind ourselves. First of all, not understanding customer needs. This is where many sales efforts fall flat. If you don't take time to understand what's driving your customer, their pain points, goals, and what success looks like, then you're just pushing a product they might not even need. Start with really listening to your customer, engage with them, build trust, not just by pitching your product. And then make sure that you're asking better questions. Really learn what matters to your customer. No clear value proposition. A weak value proposition makes your product forgettable. If you can't clearly answer the question, why should they buy from you instead of your competitors? Then there is an issue. Then potentially you're in trouble. The customer needs to see how uniquely you solve their problem. Make sure that you craft a concise, compelling message about really what makes you stand out from the competition and in the market. Focusing on features, not benefits. Have you ever heard a sales pitch where the rep lists endless features? Features are great, but benefits are what really sells. How are you solving their problem? Customers care about what your product does. They care about what it does for them. Shift the focus to outcome. Sell the results, not just the tool. No differentiation. If you look and sound like every other competitor, why should they choose you? Without clear differentiation, you are just another option in the crowd. Trying to sell to everyone. Trying to be everything to everyone usually means being effective to no one. It's better to focus on a niche. You've got to understand it deeply and dominate that market. Narrowing your focus helps you tailor your message and offering it to a specific audience. Focus leads to better results. Neglecting relationships. Sales these days, more than ever, is all about relationship based. You're operating in a crowded market. Customers buy from people that they trust. As cliche as it sounds, it still holds true. If you treat it as a one off transaction and don't build longevity in your relationship, you will always struggle to get repetitive sales. People buy from those people they trust. Make sure you invest in building long lasting trust with your customers. Inconsistent follow up. Following up isn't just polite, it's crucial. You've got to get feedback. You've got to be persistent. Show that you are serious. But remember, by just following up, it won't help. Add value at every touch point. Small, consistent efforts, value driven follow ups win deals. Weak online presence. In this day and age, with the use of the world of web, the world of social media, I feel you are doing a disservice to yourself and your business by not having a strong online presence. Your online presence these days is your first impression. If your LinkedIn profile or website doesn't reflect credibility and professionalism, you lose trust before the conversation even starts. A strong online presence builds instant credibility. Lack of confidence. Confidence is contagious. If you don't believe in what you're selling, why would anyone else? Confidence doesn't mean being pushy. It means knowing your value, owning your price, and being clear about how you can help. Believe in your product and communicate with conviction. Underpricing, or I suppose reversely overpricing. Undervaluing your product often comes from a lack of confidence. If you price too low, it can actually backfire sometimes, surprisingly. Customers associated low price with low quality and low value. Make sure that you're confident in your pricing. Price for value, not to be the cheapest option. So, the closing thoughts on this slide. Sales isn't just about pushing a product, it's about understanding, building trust, and delivering value. Avoid these common mistakes, help you create deeper relationships, close more deals, and ultimately sell with confidence. How to sell with confidence and purpose. Prepare well. Proverbs 21 verse 5 says, the plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. Success comes from diligent planning. Use tools like Notion or Trello to organize your sales process, set clear goals, and track progress. Make sure that you tell a story. I always tell my sons, if you are a good storyteller, you are honest and diligent, you will go far in life. People listen to good storytellers. So, in the same way, make sure that you wrap around a good story around your product. Jesus often used parables. So, we don't have to look far. It's all in the Bible about how Jesus related parables to sending a strong message to his believers, to his followers. So, make sure that you share customer success stories and your personal journey as well. Build relationships. This is something that I've already touched upon. And there is reference to the Bible in Colossians 4:6. Let your conversations be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. Selling is relationship based, and I can't emphasize this more. Make sure that you are not going in with the first intention to sell, but to build up long term strategic relationships with your customers. You want repeat customers because they are the breadline of your business. Using online AI tools to boost sales, content creation, lead generation, data analysis. Tools like Canva can help you create professional visuals, while AI tools like ChatGPT can generate engaging social media captions. Lead generation, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. If you don't have a strong LinkedIn presence, I would highly recommend you to have one because it is fantastic for networking. And using data is really important as well. Google Analytics is something that will be an absolute treasure for your business. And then CRM tools like HubSpot and Zoho for managing customer relationships. I have I'm trying to sort of fast speak. I have quite a few slides to go through, so try and rush through them as quickly as I can. These are some of the tools that I have listed out. Again, I have left my contact details at the end of this presentation if you'd like to be in touch. But there are so many tools in the market, and that can be very confusing for AI and automation. These are some of the ones that I have listed out. And complete honesty, I have not used all of them. I have used most of them, but I have done my research, asked others what they tend to use. So just kind of highlighting a few of these. Trello, it's fantastic for organizing tasks, tracking progress, and collaborating using customizable boards, lists, and cards. Um, Notion is an all-in-one productivity platform that helps individuals and teams organize their work, manage products, and collaborate using customizable databases, notes, and task management tools. Stan is something I've recently come across, which seems pretty impressive as well, which is used by a lot of influencers and entrepreneurs to sell digital products, courses, and services, and allows you to kind of have subscriptions as well. Um, Klaviyo is a marketing automation tool that helps businesses create email and SMS campaigns. One of my favorite ones is Typeform. In lead generation, Typeform is an online platform that allows users to create interactive survey forms and quizzes to collect data in a more conversational and engaging way. And then Rank AI is an AI-powered platform, SEO for small businesses, especially ones that have an online presence, is extremely crucial. So Rank AI actually helps you to kind of fix any technical issues with your SEO, keywords research, content creation, and so on and so forth. So again, I had the intention to sort of go through these, but for the sake of time, I am just going to move on to the next slide. But again, if you want to sort of be in touch and ask you want this slide, then please do get in touch with me and I'll gladly send this over. Just a video, I used VideoGen for this. So I just want you to have a quick look at this video that was created. It talks about Olivia's journey with Glowly. Right, here we go. So hopefully this works.
When I first launched Glowly, my heart was set on making clean beauty accessible to everyone. I envisioned a world where skincare wasn't just a luxury, but a personal journey. Yet, despite the initial excitement, I quickly hit a wall. Customers loved the products, but they weren't coming back. The bounce rates on my website were alarming. It was clear I needed to forge a deeper connection with my audience. That's when I had my breakthrough moment. What if I could personalize the experience? I introduced a skin quiz on the Glowly website, a simple yet powerful tool that asks users about their skin type, concerns, and goals. This wasn't just a fun questionnaire. It was a gateway to tailored recommendations that made each customer feel seen and understood. Imagine receiving a product suggestion that speaks directly to your unique skin needs. That's the magic of personalization. But I didn't stop there. I knew that engagement didn't end with a purchase. So, I turned to email automation through Klaviyo. Follow-up emails became a vital part of our strategy, providing customers with tips on how to use their products effectively. It wasn't just about selling. It was about nurturing a relationship. The results? Within 6 months, our repeat purchases doubled, and the average order value increased by 25%. Even more exciting was the community we built. Customers started sharing their before and after photos on Instagram, creating a buzz that no marketing campaign could replicate. So, if you're running a D2C brand and feeling the struggle with customer engagement, consider personalizing the experience. Tools like Typeform for quizzes and Klaviyo for email automation can transform your business. Your customers deserve a connection, and it's time to make that happen.
Wonderful. So hopefully that was a quick story about Glowly and Olivia and about her journey and how she used online tools and better engagement to turn her business around. So yes, I use VideoGen, a fantastic platform, not very expensive, about $24 a month. And I think it kind of gives you a good amount of ability to actually create some wonderful videos. It's all using AI, so you don't really have to do much. Few clicks of a button, and I created this video. So I just want to sort of share that as an example. Um,
When I
Moving on. Again, these are some people that are fantastic in helping you generate better connections, communication on LinkedIn. Again, for the sake of time, I'm just going to run through these and not like talk a lot about this, but okay, happy to share these slides and this information with you. Ishan can help you with lead generation via LinkedIn. He's an expert at that. We have used them in our business. Lara is a fantastic person for knowing about personal branding. Within 2 years, she has an amazing following of over 200,000 on LinkedIn, and she can really help when it comes to elevating your own personal brand, but also your business brand as well. So please get in touch if you need further information about this. Um, Selling internationally, the Department for Business and Trade are fantastic. So you haven't looked into them, then please do so. Suha is someone who heads up this department in Jordan. So if you want to get in touch with her, these are her credentials. She's fantastic in helping you, if you're a UK registered business, in helping you sort of guide you through the murky waters of the challenges of selling in the Middle East. So please do get in touch with her. And again, if you need any further information, please do get in touch with me. Um, these are some of the lessons that I have learned over the course of my time being in sales about kind of being genuine, being a problem solver, be open to networking. It's all about people, be open to asking for help. You've got to be tenacious and thick skin. It's not personal. So you need to sort of know, this is something that you enjoy, you love, and you are serving a purpose for people. And playing the long game, but making sure that you have a strong pipeline in your business, in your sales process. Repetition is key. Small habits bring big results. Again, be sure that you like people because that's really important. If you run a business or you work in sales, or it's kind of jokingly said, or you've got to revisit your professional choices. Make sure that you're a community builder. That's really, really important, right? You've got to sort of get stuck in and build a passionate community around what your business is all about, what your product does as well. And be passionate, be compassionate, and importantly, make sure that you're looking after yourself as well. That's really, really important. God doesn't want us to get burnt out or be under pressure all the time. Make sure that you have time to rest and have a strong community around you who's supporting you. This is like a call to action. Make sure that you're kind of stepping out in faith, like Joshua was called to step out in faith from the promised land. And then also, what are you going to do, from this conference? What is it that you've learned that you're going to apply to your life, to your business? In the Bible, in Philippians 4:13, it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I want you to believe that. Sometimes there are doubts in our mind. That's the time you need to kind of take all this to God and believe that He's going to the breakthrough is coming. Good things will happen. If God has brought you to it, He will see you through it. Is my honest, passionate opinion. And make sure that you're lifting up everything in daily prayer. Um, so selling is just not about transactions; it's about transformation. When we align our sales efforts with God's purposes, we can make a real difference in people's lives. And I just want to finish off with prayer. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us." So, Heavenly Father, I thank you for my brothers and sisters. Thank you for this wonderful, blessed opportunity that you've given me to present today and speak to these wonderful people. Lord, you see their challenges. Lord, you see their struggles, Father. So I ask you to come in earnestness, Lord, and just help them in their day to day life. Know that you are a loving God, that you've got them in the palm of your hands. And Lord, you have plans to prosper us. Thank you, Jesus, once again for this wonderful opportunity. I ask you bless everyone who is listening today, Lord Jesus Christ. And thank you for this wonderful new week that you're going to bless us with, that we will see your manifold blessings. So now go in peace to love and serve the Lord in the name of Christ. Amen. Thank you again for listening. These are my contact details. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And that's my email address. Well, sorry, I had to quickly run through some of these slides. I overestimated the amount of time this was going to take because I got overly passionate and I had lots to say. But over to you, Matt and team. Thank you.